All right, we're going to talk about this. This is actually your phone. You TikToking? You on the TikTok, Gray?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
No. Neither am I. I do have Instagram. You on Instagram?
Yes.
You gramming?
Yep.
Is that how the kids say it?
Nope.
Gramming?
Nope.
No, I guess not. All right. We want to talk about how this changes the dynamic of bullying and how this affects ways that we might bully. So we're going to talk about a couple things, and one of the first things we want to talk about is how this creates distance. I feel like, do you have a thought about that?
I feel like more people are prone to hide behind this and say things that they wouldn't normally say face to face.
Yeah. Which is something we want you to think about today in your reflection in the time that you're doing some thinking about what we're talking about. Do you know? So on my Instagram, I have 3 Instagram accounts. How many accounts do you have? One. That's, I think, what most people have. But one of the things that we've learned is that sometimes, people in the world will create an account so that they can do things that they wouldn't otherwise do. So they might create an anonymous account. And it kind of speaks to what Gray was just talking about, in that it's just a way to be mean. It's much easier to be mean if the person that you're being mean to never sees you. And that can be really dangerous. So we're going to ask you to do some thinking about that. Some of you may have experienced that. In fact, we know some of you have experienced that. Whether you've been on the side of it where you've been anonymous and you've been bullying somebody, or you've received it. And so it's very serious. We want you to consider being serious when you're thinking about that. And then a couple of other things that we talked about that also relate to this. This makes it really easy for a group of people to gang up on somebody. In fact, I would be curious to know how many of you are in a group chat. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are. And that's an easy place to take something that maybe was just between 2 people and make it into a lot of people. I think the other thing that's important to know, and you tell me what you think about this, but your generation you're kind of out there navigating something that we haven't really had to navigate. So you're doing things with TikTok and with whatever else social media that you're connected to that we never did. And so that's where I think it's really important for you to have somebody to communicate with if you're dealing with something that's heavy and hard. So I know we've kind of just thrown a whole lot at you, but I think that there's enough for you to think about and wrestle with. The last thing I want to say, I think this is very important, is through all of this conversation that we have, I think maybe one of the most important things is personal reflection and thinking about yourself and when you have not only encountered this, but maybe also participated or been on the other side of it. Because only when you have kind of dug into that can you start to make a change and maybe affect your behavior. Yeah?
Well said.
Thanks. We'll see ya.